thanking you for allowing us to be here. Lord, we come praying for this city, this community, this state, this country. Lord, we ask that you just keep your hedge of protection over us. Lord, we ask that you give us the courage to make the right decisions and do the right thing for your people, to keep the people out first. Lord, we ask that you allow us to be bold, to stand for what's right. Lord, we thank you for being so good to us and keeping us. We pray for our children in this community that you keep them safe, keep your hedge of protection over them. We pray that you allow us to be humble, that we will be able to do the things and realize that we are servants for you and servants of the people. We thank you, we honor you, in your son Jesus' name, amen.
Amen.
Mr. Kubel, will you please lead us in the pledge?
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Madam Clerk, please call the roll.
Mr. Smith. Here. Mr. Rowland. Here. Ms. Casabon.
Here.
Ms. Seiden.
Here.
Mr. Phillips.
Here.
Ms. Tanner.
Here.
Mr. Impastato.
Here.
Mr. Burke.
Here.
Mr. Kugel.
Here.
Ms. O'Brien. Mr. Lachlan.
Here.
Mr. Bender.
Here.
Mr. Corbin.
Here.
And Mr. Strickland.
Here.
We have a quorum.
Okay, so for public comment, a 3-minute time limit is established for each member of the public wishing to speak for or against an item on the agenda, except appeals. You must submit a comment card prior to the commencement of discussion on the agenda item if you would like to speak on that item. Comment cards are on the front desk right facing. To ensure that all speakers are heard, please hold your cheers and applause. Anyone who wishes to place a comment card into the record but who does not wish to speak at the podium may fill out a speaker card and check the box indicating they do not wish to speak, which is right here on the card. We have a couple announcements. Public hearing board of review. In accordance with the provisions of Louisiana Revised Statutes 47-1992, the St. Tammany Parish Council hereby convenes in public session as a board of review to entertain complaints and/or appeals from any taxpayers aggrieved by an ad valorem assessments levied against his, her, or their property. The assessor of St. Tammany Parish has duly advertised notice of this public hearing in accordance with law. The deadline for receipt of appeals by taxpayers to the board of review will be 4:30 p.m. September 15th, 2025. If no appeals are lodged by this date, or if appeals are lodged but not resolved through the parish assessor's office, the time will automatically expire and terminate without the need for the parish council to reconvene to so declare. Excuse me. One more announcement. Notice is hereby given at its meeting to be held on Thursday, October 2nd, 2025 at 6 p.m. at the Council Chambers of Parish Government Complex, 21490 Coop Drive, Mandeville, Louisiana. The Parish Council of the Parish of St. Tammany, State of Louisiana, plans to consider adopting a resolution ordering a calling of elections to be held in St. Tammany Parish Lighting District Number 4 to authorize the levy of an ad valorem tax therein, St. Tammany Parish Lighting District Number 9 to authorize the levy of a parcel fee, and St. Tammany Parish Lighting District Number 16 to authorize the levy of an ad valorem tax therein. That is the end of the announcements, and now we move on to our presentations. I announce our parish president, Mr. Cooper. You have the floor, sir.
Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Good evening, everyone. I have the privilege every month and honor to present a proclamation acknowledging an employee of the month. And this evening, joining us is Ms. Nicole Bell. And she's joined here with her husband, Steve, and her son, Dylan. And she was nominated by her director, Tanya Hill. Nicole, would you join me up here, please? Whereas Nicole Bell joined St. Tammany Parish government in December 2022 as a case outreach worker in the Health and Human Services Department, and in August 2024 was promoted to program coordinator. And whereas in this role, Nicole oversees and supports the Low-Income Home Energy Assistance Program, Atmos Energy Grants, and Community Service Block Grant Emergency assistance programs, ensuring these critical services are delivered with accuracy, integrity, and compassion for our most vulnerable residents. And whereas Nicole supervises the outreach workers, guiding their efforts with careful oversight to maintain grant compliance while fostering a supportive and collaborative team environment. And whereas she consistently prioritizes the well-being of both her colleagues and the residents of St. Tammany Parish, working to connect individuals and families with the resources and social services that best meet their needs. And whereas Nicole's tireless efforts have touched countless lives, helping vulnerable residents gain access to the support that they need to thrive, strengthening families, and building a more caring and resilient community for all. And whereas her great sense of humor and infectious laugh brighten the workplace, while her expertise and unwavering commitment make her both a deserving recipient of this honor and an invaluable asset to Team Tammany. Now, therefore, I, Michael B. Cooper, as Parish President of this great parish, do hereby recognize the hard work, dedication, and accomplishments of Nicole Bell as Employee of the Month for September 2025, and encourage our employees, members of the council, and residents of St. Tammany Parish to thank her for her contributions and commitment to St. Tammany Parish. Congratulations, Ms. Nicole Bell. That's for you. And did you want to say anything? Huh?
Thank you.
So we're going to turn around right here and have a picture. Thank you, Nicole.
The next presentation is also by President Cooper. It's a proclamation to recognize Hispanic Heritage Month in St. Tammany Parish. President Cooper, Councilman Laughlin can help you with this. He's fluent in Spanish, if you like.
Well, you'll be able to understand it because the entire presentation is in Spanish. No, I'm kidding. So I would like to ask Ms. Diana Darling to come to the podium, please. And I do have a proclamation acknowledging National Hispanic Heritage Month. And Diana, I met Diana some time ago, and she's very, very passionate about promoting Hispanic heritage. So you'll hear more about it in this proclamation. Whereas National Hispanic Heritage Month is celebrated nationwide from September 15th through October 15th each year. And whereas what began in 1968 as Hispanic Week under President Lyndon Johnson was expanded by President Ronald Reagan in 1988 to cover a 30-day period. And whereas the date, September 15th, is significant because it's the anniversary of independence for the Latin American countries of Costa Rica, El Salvador, Guatemala, Honduras, and Nicaragua. Additionally, Mexico and Chile celebrate their Independence Days on September 16th and September 18th, respectively. Whereas Hispanic Heritage Month is an incredible opportunity to acknowledge the crucial role that Latinos play in shaping the fabric of our parish and our country. And whereas we recognize and honor their traditions, values, food, music, art, and heritage that continue to strengthen our communities and enrich the American story. Now, therefore, I, Michael B. Cooper, as Parish President of St. Tammany Parish, do hereby proclaim September 15th through October 15th, 2025, as National Hispanic Heritage Month in St. Tammany Parish, and encourage all employees, our citizens, council members to join in celebrating the vibrant heritage and contributions of Hispanic and Latino people in St. Tammany Parish. Diana, I have a proclamation for you.
Thank you so much.
Would you like to say a few words?
Yes, please. Good afternoon. Thank you for this recognition to our community, which needed so much at this point and it is an honor that fills me with hope. Being recognized in this time for second year, Mr. President, thank you so much, in the Tammany Parish. And I just want to share some words for you to take in consideration to make your plans for the well-being of our parish. According to the Hispanic Research Center, 1 of 4 children in the United States have Latino ancestry. Many of them are American citizens who represent a large part of the future of our society. I call to think together in how to guide these children and young people to love and respect their roots as well as the place where they live. I hope you understand my plea and help us to create safe spaces for these minors who need to be embraced in their community, the only they may know. My husband, an American citizen with no Latino roots, met this Colombian woman who seeks a point of understanding between cultures, and that's how we create this festival. We didn't just create it to entertain. We create to bring identity to our families and not let them forget their roots. We also created to find a way to open a dialogue about the community needs, and we hope this work is no vain or a passing trend for a month. Thank you for your time of recognizing our community in Tammany Parish, which is eager to show our work. Excuse me, to show that we are here to work hard and in a dignified way. Because the only thing that we think when we leave our countries is for a better future for our children and ourselves. And I hope God bless you and gives our leaders the wisdom, strength, and protect what truly matters, our children, no matter where they come from. Thank you so much.
Thank you. And Mr. Chairman, may I have a moment of personal privilege, please?
Yes, sir. Right after.
As you may know, in the coming weeks, we'll officially begin our public hearings for our proposed operating and capital budgets for 2026. We started the process earlier this year, examining the needs of our community and having meetings with members of the Parish Council and representatives of our outside agencies. There's a lot to be excited about within the proposed budgets as we finalize them, including one of the biggest infrastructure investments in parish history. Of course, we must also acknowledge that we will once again have a shortfall regarding the availability of funding for our public safety agencies. The offices of the District Attorney, the 22nd Judicial Courts, and our correctional facility do not have dedicated, sustainable funding since the renewal of the sales tax for these needs failed in 2018. Over the past several months, we have been meeting with the District Attorney, our judges, and other agencies to discuss our projections for the coming year, and they are aware that we will not be able to fully fund their requests for 2026. But we will continue to seek short-term measures to fulfill these needs. I want to thank our finance team for preparing the proposed budgets that you'll be presented with shortly in the weeks to come. And I want to thank our administrative departments and public agencies who have provided their information to allow us to provide these budgets. And of course, we've been working with the Parish Council, and we thank you for your collaboration in this process and look forward to the weeks and months ahead. For the public, I want to let you know that budget meetings will be held over the next several months, and I encourage all citizens to stay apprised of the upcoming meetings so that they may have an input in this process. Thank you very much.
Thank you
I'll
very much.
entertain any questions or comments. If not, I will resume to my seat. Thank you.
Oh, we do have one question.
No.
Oh, so coming up, we do have, not on the agenda, 2 points of personal privilege. The first one will be by Mr. Rick Smith.
Thank you.
Proceed, sir. Thank you, Mr. President.
Good deal. Thank you, Mr. Chairman, for allowing me to have this moment of personal privilege. On the 24th anniversary of one of the greatest terrorist attacks that this country knows, it's an appropriate time to have, I'm going to introduce Covington's Assistant Fire Chief and President of the Never Forget organization to talk about a 5K run. And his name is Stephen Michel. Thank you, Stephen.
Thank you. I appreciate some time to be able to talk about our foundation. My name is Stephen Michel. I'm the president of Never Forget Louisiana Foundation. We started in 2022. We put 5Ks on, one a year. This is our fourth one coming up on September 13th. To give a little bit about Never Forget, it is based around 9/11. We kind of piggybacked off of the Tunnel the Towers Foundation. To tell you a quick story about Tunnel the Towers and where it came from, there was a New York firefighter, Stephen Siller, that after the planes hit the towers was trying to get back to work and to be able to help his brothers, and got stuck in the tunnel, the Brooklyn Tunnel. So he hopped out of his car, he put all his fire gear on, and he ran from the Brooklyn Tunnel all the way to the towers. Helped some people out, but eventually perished when the towers came down. His family, trying to keep his effort and his name alive, started Tunnel to Towers Foundation. Their priority is with the foundation that they are in, and they raise money, is they come in to when there's a line of duty death of a first responder, and they pay off their mortgage. That way the family does not have that burden anymore. St. Tammany Parish has benefited from that, from Liberto out of Mandeville Police, Jason Seals out of Slidell, and a few others. So I was happy to say, like, the first year that we did our race in 2022, we were able to write a check to Tunnel to Towers for $13,000. We just had an amazing turnout, even for our first 5K. Something about Never Forget, though, is, the message is kind of in the name, to where we don't want people to forget that awful day. But enough time, like Councilman Smith said, it's 24 years now. So we're talking about, now we're teaching as well. We're the people that were alive at then, but even people, high schoolers, weren't even alive during this time. So you have to teach them about what happened. We've had 2023 and 2024 were also amazing years with the turnout. The runners keep going up. The circumstances sometimes in the parish allowed us to be able to help some families and write some checks to them for line of duty deaths in St. Tammany. So we're a little bit over a week away from our race here in 2025, September 13th. Last year we had 423 runners, which was absolutely amazing. And we're already over 400, and we still have a week left of registrations. So our goal is 500, try and just keep it going. We have the 5K, it starts at 8 a.m. and the 1 mile run starts at 9 a.m. We'll have music, beer, food. We'll have firefighters in full gear running. We'll have police officers in full tactical gear running, and a lot of families out there. We have a kids obstacle course, firefighter obstacle course for them to do, and snowballs and all kind of stuff. But I won't hold your night up any longer, but y'all are all officially invited to join us September 13th, and thank you again for giving me the time to speak about it.
Thank you very much.
Mr. Chair.
Mr. Rowland?
Stephen, If you would come back to the podium really quick. I am so proud of you and the firemen in the city of Covington and all the firemen in this parish. You have taken something, again, never forget, from New York City, and you're keeping it alive in a way to help other people. And I know Councilman Smith represented the council and Mayor Cooper at the time, the city of Covington, and we're extremely proud of you for taking this where it's gone, and I can see it just growing over the years to come. And again, thank you for being here. And again, we are so proud of you. I know people have probably seen you on some news clips. WDSU did a story on you, and I think that prompted me to call you. I knew it was coming up to try to come here today, and I appreciate you taking your time to come here today to express it to this parish on the work that you're doing. So thank you very much.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Thank you very much. Great cause, and we truly appreciate that. One more point of personal privilege by myself and Councilman Strickland. We have a presentation to the family of Kenneth Burkhalter. Strickland.
We could ask the daughter to come up, the aunt. First, I just want to say thank you to this family. Mr. Kenneth Burkhalter was a councilman for District 14. He was one of the, before me, and now hopefully will be able to meet some of his expectations. He did a lot of great things for District 14, so I'm hoping and praying for the families sympathy, and that y'all be strong, and to know that he's in a better place, and I'm praying for your strength and your comfort and peace in knowing where he's at. So from the parish, the St. Tammany Parish Government Certificate of Recognition. The St. Tammany Parish Council would like to express our deepest condolences upon the passing of former St. Tammany Parish District 14 Councilman Kenneth Burkhalter. Whereas Councilman Burkhalter was raised in Slidell, graduated from Mandeville High School, and earned his bachelor's degree from Southern University of New Orleans. And whereas Councilman Burkhalter specialized in computer science, design, and technical services, and was owner and president of Otis Corporation. And whereas Councilman Burkhalter was elected to the Parish Council's District 14 seat in 2004 and again in 2008. Representing parts of the Slidell and Alton areas. He also served as a member of the State Democratic Party Executive Committee. And whereas Councilman Burkhalter deeply believed in the potential of young people and dedicated himself to lifting them up. Throughout his sponsorship of activities and celebration of young leaders, he enriched the life of the parish and planted seeds of hope for generations to come. Now, therefore, on this 4th day of September 2025, I, Jimmy Strickland, Councilman District 14, along with the entire council, would like to express our gratitude for his dedication to service, spirit of generosity, encouragement, and leadership to the people of St. Tammany Parish. And we will keep you all in our continued prayer. Would anyone want to say something?
This is really hard for our family, but on behalf of the Burkhalter, Palmer, and Laurent family, thanking the council, Jimmy, President Impastato, and you all for this honor, and remembering Ken, and just keep us in prayer. Thank you.
I just want to say for my colleagues on the council and for the citizens, I had the good fortune of serving 2 terms on the parish council with Ken Burkhalter. In fact, he sat where Mr. Strickland sits now, and I sat very close to him most of the time. Ken was not only a very good person, that was evident as I got to know him for 8 years as a colleague, but he was also a very good council member. He did a good job for the people of his district. He did a good job for the people of St. Tammany Parish. There was no preference one way or the other for Ken, except for the goodness of all the good people of St. Tammany Parish. And we'll miss him. Every time I'd see him after we didn't serve together, he would hug me. And I'm a pretty big guy, but Ken took after me, okay? He got the same genes that I got, okay? And, but all a wonderful, wonderful guy. So thank you, and I'm very sorry for your loss.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Mr. Burkhalter was a great man and a true friend. He will be missed. So now we're going to move on to our appeals segment of the agenda. Each side is allowed 10 minutes to present their case and 3 minutes for rebuttal. A 2-minute conclusion per side may be allowed if questions are asked by the council. Our first appeal is David Appy, appealing the Zoning Commission denial on June 3rd, 2025 to rezone .84 acres of land more or less located on the west side of Louisiana Highway 437, south of H. Cox Road, Covington, from its existing L1 large lot residential district to an L1 large lot residential district and mobile and manufactured housing overlay in Ward 3, District 2. Mr. Appy? We have no cards and no Mr. Appy. Mr. Rowling, you have a motion?
Yes, at this time, since no one's here on behalf of this, I do concur with the motion to concur with the denial.
Motion to concur, Mr. Rowling,
Yes.
second by Ms. Seiden. Any discussion? Please vote. Oh, we have Ms. Tanner. Do you want to speak?
No. What was your vote? You can just say it.
Yes.
Bergen. The motion is unanimous with no one absent.
Okay, number 2 is... I'm sorry, we need a resolution. Mr. Rowling, any move on a resolution?
Yes.
Motion, Mr. Rowling, second by Ms. Seiden. Please vote.
The motion is unanimous with no one absent.
Number 2 is Ms. Candace Pollen appealing the Planning Commission approval on June 10th, 2025 for preliminary subdivision review of Maison du Village subdivision located west of Louisiana Highway 433, south of U.S. Highway 190, Slidell, Louisiana, Ward 9, District 11. We have speaker cards and Ms. Pollen.
Arthur may want to speak.
Oh, okay. 1 second, Ms. Pollen. Mr. Laughlin?
Yeah, thank you, Mr. Chairman. And I believe Ms. Pollen will concur with me. I have spoken with both the appellant and with the developer, and I believe we've reached resolution on this issue so that we can do away with the appeal. The major problem was there was a proposed cut-through road that was added on by the administration. This was, Ms. Pollen, was that your major concern with
Yes, it was.
filing the appeal? And I've spoken with the developer. The developer has agreed, and Mr. Marone, if you would come up to represent the developer, I'd appreciate it. The developer has agreed not to build the road, and I've also confirmed with the administration who are in agreement with it. So I'm not sure of the motions, but I think we can take care of the appeal tonight. Mr. Marone?
Yes, sir. Mr. Laughlin, we can confirm that the developer is in full agreement with not constructing the roadway that would connect to Timber Ridge.
All right. And Ms. Pollen, would that satisfy your appeal?
Yes, I will.
All right, thank you. So,
Mr. Laughlin, we do have one more person that wanted to speak, Ms. Karen Tyson. Please step up to the podium and state your name. You have 3 minutes, and if you want 2 minutes, Mr. Laughlin can explain 10 minutes. If you'd like, Mr. Laughlin can re-explain the agreement that they just made.
Yes, that's because with what you just said, what access will it have? What access will that subdivision have?
so it's my understanding, if I know the plat well enough, and Mr. Marone can confirm this with us, the only entrance and exit will be on Silver Road.
And that's the problem. I live on Silver Road. Silver Road is a private, pretty much, was just a little 2-lane gravel road that they paved over. It barely holds the traffic from that school. There are people that live there. That's all family up in there. You're changing the entire environment to put a subdivision right there across from my home, behind the school, between me and Timber Ridge. I have trouble getting out my driveway to get to a doctor or something, or to get emergency help in when it's time for the children to get out of school in the afternoon. I've been to the school to argue with the principal numerous times over the years. So I've been there since '96. Now you want to put a subdivision? We already have traffic coming from Gauze cutting through Thompson to get to Thompson. That's a problem in itself. So why Silv? I don't understand.
I'm happy to answer that question.
Please.
So, Miss, I agree wholeheartedly with you. In fact, one of my major clients is on Silver Road, so I deal with Silver Road all the time. The issue, though, unfortunately tonight, is the appeal was filed by Ms. Poland, so it's her appeal. We're not building this subdivision. The owner of the property has the zoning for it, so they have a right to build the subdivision. And I agree with you. I don't think Silver Road can handle it. Originally, the subdivision had an entrance on Thompson, but the state prohibited them from doing that, so that their only access is from Silv. And I know we're going to need to improve it, but I do agree with you. But that's unfortunately not the issue before us tonight.
So how do families on Silv, how do we speak out against this? How do we get together and we speak out against this? Are you telling us that that's it?
No, there's still more steps for this subdivision to go forward, but the issue tonight is just over this one issue from this one appellant.
Okay. All right.
But I do appreciate you coming out.
Thank you.
Thank you very much, ma'am. Mr. Laughlin, do you have a motion?
I need Emily's help, so what do we need to do?
I believe we discussed that you wanted to make a motion to concur with the Planning Commission's approval of the preliminary subdivision plat, subject to a revision by the developer to remove the cut-through road from Mesa Village to Timber Ridge and to designate that area as green space.
So moved.
Motion, Mr. Laughlin, second by Ms. O'Brien. Any discussion? Please vote. It's the vote button, not the speaker button, Ms. Casabon.
The motion is unanimous with no one absent.
Mr. Laughlin, you move on a resolution?
Yep,
Motion,
I'll make
Mr. Laughlin, second by Ms. O'Brien. Please vote on the resolution.
And that motion is unanimous with no one absent.
Number 3 is Elwin C. and Davina Ordon III appealing the zoning commission denial on July 1st, 2025 to rezone 1.66 acres of land, more or less, located on the north side of U.S. Highway 190 east of North Oaklawn Drive, being 29151 U.S. Highway 190 Lacombe, from its existing L1 large lot residential district to an S1 suburban residential district in Ward 7, District 7. The petitioner is Robin Marquez. Owner is Davina Ordon. It was postponed back on 8/7/2025. Ms. Marquez and Mr. Ordon?
I think these are the people.
Okay, seeing that no one is here, can I get a motion to concur with the zoning commission denial? Ms. Seiden, second by Mr. Phillips. Any discussion? Please vote.
motion passes with 13 yeas and 1 nay.
Ms. Siden, can I get a motion on a resolution? Motion, Ms. Siden, second by Mr. Phillips.
Need a vote. Tell them to vote.
Please vote.
The motion is unanimous with no one absent.
Okay, now we move on to the appointment segment of the agenda. Number one. I'm so sorry, Mr. Bender.
Yes, sir. Mr. Chairman, just for accuracy's sake, I'd like to ask Ms. Emily, on this introduction of an ordinance, is that a typo, and should it read introduction of a resolution, or does it need an introduction of an ordinance?
The motion was to concur, so you'd only need a resolution. If it was to deny, you would have, if it was an override, you would have needed an ordinance.
Okay, so it's just a misprint.
Yeah, we don't need Emily, I got this.
You just didn't read all of it.
Mr. Chairman, I'm trying to keep you from having to deal with this next meeting.
I don't think everybody knows it.
If it would have been overridden, it would have been a zoning change, it would have required an ordinance, because if it's not a zoning change, it just needs a resolution.
Gotcha. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you, sir. Okay, to the appointment segment of the agenda. First appointment, a resolution to nominate one member to fill a vacant seat. Board member resigned on the St. Tammany Parish Library Board of Control, sponsored by Mr. Phillips, parish-wide. It must lay over for 1 month. So we are going to open the floor for nominations. We'll start. Does anybody have any nominations? Yes. Hold on. First is Mr. Phillips.
Yes, I'd like to nominate Penny Petrie. She's a retired librarian from the St. Tammany school system, and I think she'd fit in very nicely on the Library Board of Control.
Thank you very much. Mr. Burke.
I'd like to nominate Cheryl Godwin.
Okay. Jeff. Oh, Mr. Strickland.
I'd like to nominate Miss LaRae Kitchen.
Say that again. What's the name?
Repeat that, please.
LaRae Kitchen.
Mr. Corbin.
Yeah, I'd like to nominate Mr. Al Hamway, please.
Okay, now we have several speaker cards that would like to speak on the subject. I believe that's all the people that are going to be nominated. So we will officially close the floor for nominations. And first up is Miss Jamie Segura. You have 3 minutes. Please state your name, although we do know it. And don't yell at me.
Is my face okay?
You look fantastic.
Thank you. My name is Jamie Segura. I live in Covington. Since the last meeting, we, the public, the taxpayers, the funders of the library system, have learned who is actually making the decisions. Could it be that the Slidell Ministers Association, as they state in their request, their email sent out, inviting people to their meeting to make these decisions? Could it be the Slidell Ministers Association has undue influence over members of the council and the LBOC? And let's not forget the Republican Parish Executive Committee, who in the same week, let me just say the same day, met with members of the LBOC and some council members to make decisions that, should be made by 14 council members. There was an email, or I should say a Facebook post, where 1 minute Mr. Charles Branton was scheduled as a speaker, and then a little while later it comes out, because he was challenged by the Library Alliance about him speaking to the RPAC, but not even acknowledging an invitation by the Alliance to come speak to them about the LBOC. There was yet another agenda sent out with him not on it. However, guess who showed up to the RPAC meeting? And many of you saw me. I was there outside. But there was Charles Branton at the meeting, and he spoke about the library. So who's making decisions here? Is it the Republican Party of St. Tammany Parish? Or is it the people of St. Tammany Parish? the council members. Who do you answer to? There's only 91,000 Republicans, but there's 101,000 other voters in this parish who you should be listening to. And let me just point out that in the Slidell Ministers Association, they actually promote book burning. So I'm asking you, who's making these decisions? And why aren't we seeing a more diverse library board of control? It's on your shoulders, and the voters are watching. They're watching on TV right now, and they're paying attention.
Thank you, Ms. Segura. Next, we have Ms. Penny Petrie, who I believe is also a nominee. Ms. Petrie, please state your name for the record, and you have 3 minutes.
My name's Penny Petrie. And first, I'd like to thank you all for all that you do for our community and all the people here that live here. I've lived in Mandeville approximately 30 years, a little over. I'd like to take a few minutes just to kind of go over some of the things about me. I hold an undergraduate degree in elementary education, a master's in administration, and a library science certification degree. I am a retired teacher, and I'd love this opportunity to give back to this community for all that has been done for me. 24 years of those 30 years in Mandeville, I have spent teaching in St. Tammany Parish public school system. I've taught first grade, fourth grade, fifth grade, and the last 12 of those 24 years I've spent in a brand new library in Mandeville. During that time, during my career, I have had the privilege of collaborating effectively with many people, children, adults, teachers, patrons. In a quick summary, I'd like to share some of my responsibilities, which included overseeing a brand new library opening. I was blessed with the opportunity to create a library that would best serve the needs of all of my library patrons within the school community. One of my many responsibilities was researching content and age-appropriate books for 3 different grade levels. I also selected and purchased books based on academic and curriculum standards, as well as student interest and teachers' needs and requests. Additional responsibilities involve managing the library budget, developing industry rapport with many book companies and vendors. I also built strong rapport with the community, resulting in a core group of volunteers in my library and extra funding from my library, which is really hard to get. My main goal as a librarian was to instill the love of reading in my children and to accumulate a vast variety of high interest level books that would connect to each and every child, their imagination, their academic development, their lifelong skills that would contribute to that whole child. All this was done so that as a community and school, we could bring good, rich, profitable books into our school library for our children to become successful lifelong readers. I'd be so grateful this is an opportunity to serve you all and the people of this parish. Thank you so much for your time.
Wow, that was perfect. Great job. Okay, Ms. Iris Gatlin.
I'm Iris Gallatin. I've been up here before. I won't talk for very long because basically I have the same thing to say. I live in Covington, and I know that a majority of St. Tammany Parish is Republican. Those are the statistics. 13 out of 14 of you are Republican. In today's world, Republican is generally synonymous with conservative. Unfortunately, Democrat these days, it may have been different years ago, but it's not conservative typically. I would like to see that you would nominate a conservative, and generally that means a Republican. Maybe the person doesn't have a party affiliation, but you should be able to do enough interviewing and enough research to be able to know enough about this person to nominate a conservative to serve the interest of all all of St. Tammany Parish, because a majority of us are conservative. So please, I'm asking you, I think we just changed our board, the LBOC, Library Board of Control, because it didn't represent a majority of the interest of St. Tammany Parish. I don't think we want to go back where we were before. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Next, we have Mr. Devin McGee. And after Mr. McGee is Ms. Lisa Russmeyer. Please be prepared.
Hey, Devin McGee, Madisonville. The library serves an important purpose in a community. It offers resources and services that constituents and future generations use to educate themselves or accomplish tasks. It's important that this board have someone who is eager and willing to iron out the issues that have been in the public eye for some years now, mostly regarding content curation and what should be accessible to minors in the library. When someone from the parish council, who regularly fills a library board seat, intentionally shuts down and bars the public from discussing said issues, while ironically citing colloquialism around the hotly debated policy application, it's very obvious what the intent is. Let's just appreciate this situation. To simultaneously say the public has decided what a word means and that it's not up for discussion by the public who are there and have been and still are in contention over application of said policy to the library, the intent is clear, and that it's either to buy time or hope that we go away or go quiet. We're still here, and some would say we're winning bigly. The board deserves someone who won't snidely prevent the public from having the board hear out concerns or their constituents regarding policies in a public forum. The board deserves someone who won't disparage their constituents and deride them for their religious beliefs. The board deserves someone who will be fair and willing to engage on the issues, whether or not a policy makes sense, and how an existing policy should apply without relying on sloganeering or empty platitudes. They should also be able to clearly and logically rationalize their position because they are in a position of power over their constituents, and that much is owed if they are the ones making the decisions. Efforts by officials to prevent the public from having these issues acknowledged and discussed in a public forum won't make them go away. They'll just get louder.
Thank you, Ms. Russmeyer. Please step up to the podium, state your name. You have 3 minutes, and please proceed.
Thank you, Lisa Russmeyer, Mandeville. I'm here because I am concerned about the library board. I feel like every appointment is important. I think we have dysfunction and toxicity right now. I agree with what Ms. Segura said about these backdoor channels, and that they only go to certain people, and they are trying to influence our library in a way that will make it not a library. It'll become something that nobody has voted for. We all voted for the library because we like what they're doing. We like what we're seeing. We like what they're planning. We trust the librarians. So for this appointment, let's not appoint somebody based on these channels. Every appointment is critical to all of us, and if we want to live in a parish that is attractive to those thinking of moving here and enjoyable for all taxpayers, we need to keep up our library in good stead. I wonder if we can agree that the library and the library board should be on board with serving everyone in the parish with a safe and attractive space, services that are geared to community needs, and books with information and stories for everyone. If we're aiming for something else, I think the taxpayers have a right to know. They voted for their libraries and the job that they are doing and will expect the same level of service and availability of materials. Assuming this is what we are all working for, it is troubling to me when one board member has repeatedly reached out only to 1 or 2 conservative groups regarding the library issues specifically, and then decline to meet with others. It's especially troubling when the groups he reaches out to are the very ones that have been attacking the libraries. In my estimation, we have other members on the current board that have an agenda that conflicts with being a board member that are working for all the taxpayers on a good, functioning library. Instead, they're working for special interests. It should cease and desist. The other thing I want to mention is that the recent turnover on the board is a symptom of a toxic work environment. Symptoms are negativity, gossip, poor communication, aggressive, narcissistic leadership, bullying, harassment, and high turnover. This also makes it hard to get a good candidate, because who wants that? This is well underway on the LBLC, but it was did not exist in 2023 before the ill-advised unnecessary resolution started the dysfunction. Before that, we had a collegial board and institutional knowledge, and no one was disparaged. Please don't add a board member that will add to or even maintain that current dysfunction, and someone who will become well prepared to meetings. I don't think we can fix the existing problems now, but please take this responsibility for this next appointee. I'm asking you to support a qualified appointee, not aligned with any, I don't care what their political party is, I don't care what their religion is, as long as they're qualified and they're working for the library. Who keeps the library uppermost when they vote, someone who can act independently and responsibly, and who understands that our librarians are professionals using best practices that they have for 75 years. Thank you for your attention.
Very good, right on time, thank you. Next, Ms. Lorraine McKinchin, who is also a nominee. Ms. Lorraine, please state your name, and you have 3 minutes, and proceed.
Great evening, everybody. My name is Lorraine Norman Kinchin, and I reside in Lacombe, Louisiana. And I have lived in St. Tammany Parish now since December 2012. I moved from New Orleans to seek a better living environment, and that has happened here in St. Tammany. I am currently employed with Stark, Louisiana. I have been raised with the foundation of giving back to the community. I have graduated from college. I graduated from Xavier University Preparatory High School, where our main goal was, and the mission of the school was for us to live a valuable life in the community and be productive citizens. And I think I have done that very well. And I'm talking to the council, and I'm also talking to the constituents of St. Tammany Parish to let you know that I do not have a hidden agenda. Never will, and never will give anybody any inclination that I do. I am willing to work across the board with every single library control board member. I bring project management, I bring business administration, I bring fundraising development, I bring a whole plethora of experience that will be utilized and can be utilized on the board. And so I think the board needs a fresh look, and I am that fresh look. And you all may not know me. You may know me by face. Some of the librarians at the Slidell, Mandeville, Lacombe, especially the Lacombe Library, that's the first library that I started utilizing. And I'm so excited that Lacombe is going to get a new library very soon. And I did take a part in with the planning and the design, and I'm so excited about that. So I want to forge forward. I want to give each and every one of the constituents of St. Tammany Parish the opportunity to meet me, speak with me, and I want to listen, because I am a listener. I have grown up in politics, but I do not politicize anything. I vote, and I live a very modest life. So I'm asking that the entire council stand behind me and let's move forward. Appoint me, and you'll see the progress. No backbiting. I don't play those games. I am very serious about what I do, what I involve myself with, and I just hope you all give me a chance, and I will show you. Thank you. My time is up, and thank you for yours.
Thank you very much. Great job. Next is Ms. Daphne Mizuraka. And then lastly, Ms. Becky Bohm, so please be ready. Ma'am. Perfect. Thank you, Ms. Bohm. Ms. Mizuraka, you have 3 minutes. Please state your name and proceed.
Daphne Mizuraka. Once again, I just wanted to state that we as conservative Republicans voted many of you guys into office to support our conservative values, and we would like to continue to see those conservative values supported by the Parish Council. I did attend the RPEC meeting where Chuck Brandon was speaking, and many of the Alliance were there also listening in, and the only thing he did at the meeting was give an update on what was happening with the Library Board of Control, and just gave updates on like the what is happening and everything. And it wasn't anything that was political. It wasn't anything else. So that's basically it. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mrs. Zaraka. Okay, seeing no discussion, our next resolution is resolution to appoint. Okay. You know we have a month layover and plenty of time to interview all of these people, but proceed, sir.
That's kind of what I wanted to mention. We do have now our nominees. We have a month layover. One of the things I just would ask the public to remember, we are one of the groups mentioned earlier. This is the third time in I think 7 to 8 months this group has attacked a nominee's religion. We don't have religious litmus tests, so I would hope over the next month that please don't attack nominees' religion. Please. This is a very simple request. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you, Mr. Kugel. Number 2 is a resolution to appoint Shannon Thornhill and Adam Hurst to the Board of Commissioners for Fire Protection District Number 7. Ms. Tanner.
I'll make the motion.
Motion, Ms. Tanner, second by Ms. Seiden. Is there any discussion? Please vote.
The motion is unanimous with no one absent.
Number 3 is a resolution to reappoint Lenny Thompson to the Board of Commissioners for the Fire Protection District Number 12. Mr. Laughlin.
I make the motion to appoint.
Motion, Mr. Laughlin, second by Mr. Burke. Any discussion? Please vote.
The motion is unanimous with no one absent.
Number 4 is a resolution to reappoint Susan Howell and John DeCaro Jr. to appoint Glenn Payne to fill a vacant seat. Board member has resigned on the Board of Commissioners for the St. Tammany Parish Recreation District Number 7. Mr. Kugel and Ms. Tanner. Motion by Mr. Kugel, second by Ms. Tanner. Any discussion? Please vote.
Mr. Corbin, what was your vote? You can say it verbally.
Yay.
The motion is unanimous with no one absent.
Number 5 is a resolution to appoint one member to fill a vacant seat on the Board of Commissioners for the Regional Planning Commission. Of course, this is like the other, will lay over for 1 month. It's a parish-wide appointment. So we will open up the floor for nominations. We have Mr. Smith.
Yes, thank you, Chair. I would like to nominate Mr. Adam Pace to fill that vacant seat on the Board of Commission for Regional Planning.
Thank you very much, Mr. Smith. Next, we have Ms. O'Brien.
Yes, I'd like to nominate Mr. Russell Richardson, and while I'm talking about him, welcome aboard at St. Tammany Corps. He's in his first week here.
So welcome aboard, Mr. Richardson. Thank you. Are there any other nominees? Any speaker cards? Okay, we'll officially close the floor for nominations and move on. Number 6 is a resolution to appoint one member to fill a vacant seat. Board member has resigned on the Board of Commissioners for the St. Tammany Parish Planning and Zoning Commission. Again, parish-wide, must lay over for 1 month. The floor is open for nominations. Mr. Strickland.
I nominate Ms. Deborah Williams.
Okay. Mr. Corbin.
I would like to nominate Wes Blanchard.
Thank you. Mr. Laughlin.
I'd like to nominate Mr. Kurt Drum.
Thank you. Any other nominations? Okay, we will close the floor for nominations. Do we have any speakers?
Yes.
One speaker, Mr. Wes Blanchard. Please state your name for the record. You have 3 minutes.
Good evening, Council. I appreciate your time, and I'll be pretty brief. I just want to give you a background on myself. I'm a resident of St. Tammany Parish, obviously. I'm an attorney by trade, and I do have an interest also in real estate. I've been working in that industry largely since I've been a teenager. Grew up with a father who was an appraiser, who was a sort of a real estate flipper, and I just kind of caught the bug from there. I owned a title company here in St. Tammany, and you know, I did close that once the market hit the skid. But I do have had a interest in real estate for quite some time. I think I bring a legal background that's going to be useful for the Planning and Zoning Committee. But most importantly, I bring an interest, and I think we all understand that these are volunteer jobs, right? There's no money here. There's a lot of time that's zapped out of your family time, and you know, I got 2 young kids, but I still am very willing and able-bodied to serve, and so I'd appreciate that consideration. I live in the Woodlands off of 1088. Before that, I lived in Quail Creek. We've got the bypass road that's being built nearby. I've got a good pulse on what's going on in that area. I still stay in touch with everyone there. I'm on the board in the Woodlands, and so I really think I'll be able to bring a voice to those people in that area. And for that, I think I'm pretty well qualified for the role. I'd appreciate any consideration you have, and of course any questions you might have, whether now or thereafter. So again, thanks for your time and consideration as well.
Thank you very much, Mr. Blanchard.
Thank you.
Okay, so that is the last of the appointment portion of the agenda. So now we'll move on to the consent calendar. Any items not pulled from the consent calendar are automatically approved in whole by one vote. Items pulled from the consent calendar are discussed and voted upon individually. A majority vote of the entire council, 8, is required to adopt the consent calendar. Items that we know are being pulled. The first one is ordinance calendar number 7942. These are ordinances for introduction. Second one is ordinance calendar number 7943. Third one is ordinance calendar number 7944. And then number 14 is ordinance calendar number 7955. Mr. Smith? Mr. Rowling? Ms. Kazabon? Ms. Seiden? Mr. Phillips?
No.
Ms. Tanner? Mr. Corbin?
Nope.
Mr. Burke?
No.
Mr. Kugel?
I have 2 resolutions.
Okay.
Resolution number 1, 7161, and resolution number 5, 7165. That's all I have. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Ms. O'Brien? Mr. Laughlin?
No, sir.
Mr. Bender?
No, sir.
Can I get a motion to adopt the consent calendar less the items pulled? Motion, Mr. Corbin. Second, Mr. Burke. Any discussion? Please vote. Okay, let's go to the one right here.
The motion is unanimous with 1 absent.
Okay, number 1 is ordinance calendar number 7942, ordinance to amend and extend a 6-month moratorium on the receipt of submissions by the St. Tammany Parish Department of Planning and Development and/or the issuance of permits by the Department of Permits and inspections for the construction or placement of any new residence or dwelling within Tammany Forest subdivision located within the geographic boundaries of Council District East, Highway 434, and on the east and west sides of Barry Todd. Okay, so we're going to justify this because we are, which is great news, it should be ending soon. We're in the process of doing a lot of drainage work to make improvements in that area. We're very proud of that. But I do think, Mary, is this the one we're correcting something or not?
No, yes, we're taking out accessory structure in all of this.
We're cleaning it up to make sure we remove accessory structures. So if you have a house and you want to do a shed, you can still do your shed. We're just trying to slow the building down until we finish this important drainage work, which is moving right along. Can I get a motion to introduce? Motion, Mr. Corbin. Second, Mr. Laughlin. Thank you. Number 2 is ordinance calendar number 7943, ordinance to amend and extend a 6-month moratorium on the receipt of submissions by the St. Tammany Parish Department of Planning and Development on the issuance of permits by the Department of Permits and inspections for construction or placement of any new building structures in Forest Glen subdivision located in Council District 7. We would like to extend this because we're still having issues with water supply in that area. Can we get a motion? Mr. Bender, second, Mr. Corbin. Number 3 is ordinance calendar number 7944, ordinance to amend and extend for 6 months the moratorium on receipt of submissions by the Parish Planning and Zoning Commission for the re-subdivision and or rezoning of certain property and or the issuance of certain permits by the Parish Department of Planning and Development, permits for the construction of placement of certain building structures on property in the area bounded by 11th Street, Harrison Avenue through Highway 59, Fire Tower Road, 5th Avenue, and Hellenberg Road, as more particularly described to herein on the attached map, Ward 3, District 5. Mr. Phillips and Laughlin? Mr. Laughlin, I'm sorry, I got it.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I am working with our administration and the parish administration to remove my portion of this moratorium going forward. However, in order to maintain it for the rest of them, we had to continue it. But we are working on a way for, at least for my district, to work its way out of this.
Okay. Mr. Phillips, do you have anything to say?
I want to maintain the moratorium in the portions of my district, and we're also working with some property owners of, about what their land is going to be used for and so on and so forth. So
Thank you. So we have a motion, Mr. Laughlin, second by Mr. Phillips. The ordinance is introduced. Number 4, we're not doing. Okay, then we go to number 14, ordinance calendar number 7955, an ordinance accepting finalized subdivisions into road and drainage inventories, specifically Royal Gardens condominiums, Ward 9, District 11. Mr. Laughlin.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. At this time, I believe we need to postpone for another month. Public Works and Administration need to do a little bit more work to finalize this. So if I could we have a 1-month postponement?
Motion to postpone, second by Mr. Bender. Any discussion? Please vote. Okay, we have 2 resolutions. Do you remember which ones?
The motion is unanimous with no one absent.
Okay, we have 2 resolutions now. Resolution Council Series number 7161, resolution to vacate in part the moratorium originally established by Ordinance Council Series number 245360 on receipt of submissions by the St. Tammany Parish Department of Planning and Development and/or the issuance of permits by the St. Tammany Parish Department of Permits and inspections for the rezoning and/or re-subdivision, and/or construction or placement of building structures on property within the boundaries of Council District 9, specifically lots A1, A2, A3, and A4 located in Section 10, Township 8, South Range 11, East St. Tammany Parish, Ward 8, District 9. Mr. Kugel.
Yes, sir.
Oh, hold on. Press your button, please.
Yes, Mr. Chairman, this did not need this is not under the moratorium, so motion to remove.
Motion to remove, Mr.
From the
Kugel.
agenda.
Okay, motion to remove from the agenda. Second, Mr. Laughlin. Any discussion? Please vote.
The motion is unanimous with no one absent.
Okay, number 5 is Resolution Council Series C-7165, ordinance to vacate in part the moratorium originally established by Ordinance Council Series number 22-4800 on the re-subdivision or rezoning of certain property and/or issuance of certain permits by the Department of Development, permits for the construction or placement of certain building structures on property in the area located in District 9, bounded by South Military Road, East Gauze Boulevard, East Amber Street, Lake Village Boulevard, Cross Gates Boulevard, Highway 1090, East Porters River Road, Porters River, West Pearl River, Doubloon Branch, Yorktown, Starling Drive, Eagle Drive, and Old River Road, specifically Lot 88 located in a Rivercrest subdivision, Section 38, Township 9, South Range 15, East, also bearing the municipal address of 59518 Autumn Drive, Slidell, Ward 8, District 9. Mr. Kugel.
Same thing, Mr. Chairman. This is not covered by the moratorium. Motion to remove.
Motion to remove, Mr. Kugel, second by Ms. O'Brien. Any discussion? Please vote. And that's it?
The motion is unanimous with one absent.
Okay. All right, we have ended the consent calendar. Now we're going to move on to the ordinances for adoption. Number 1 is ordinance calendar number 7918, ordinance amending the official zoning map of St. Tammany Parish, Louisiana to reclassify a certain parcel located on the north side of Louisiana Highway 22, east of Louisiana Highway 1085, Madisonville, from its present L1 large lot residential district to an HC2 Highway Commercial District in Ward 1, District 1. Mr. Smith.
So moved.
Motion, Mr. Smith, second by Mr. Rowling. Any discussion? Please vote.
The motion is unanimous with one absent.
Number 2 is ordinance calendar number 7919, ordinance amending the official zoning map of St. Tammany Parish, Louisiana to reclassify a certain parcel located on the west side of Cherry Street, south of Ruby Street, being lot 16, square 7, Slidell Manor, Slidell, from its present S1 suburban residential district to a TF2 family residential district, Ward 9, District 11. Mr. Laughlin. Ms. O'Brien, would you mind moving for him? Motion, Ms. O'Brien, second by Mr. Kugel. Is there any discussion? Please vote.
The motion is unanimous with one absent.
Number 3 is ordinance calendar number 7920, ordinance amending the official zoning map of St. Tammany Parish, Louisiana to reclassify a certain parcel located on the west side of Cherry Street, north of Pearl Street, being lots 34 and 35, square 16, Slidell Manor, Slidell, from its present S1 suburban residential district to a TF2 family residential district, Ward 9, District 11. Mr. Laughlin.
So moved.
Motion, Mr. Laughlin, second by Mr. Strickland. Any discussion? Please vote.
The motion is unanimous with no one absent.
Number 4 is ordinance calendar number 7921, ordinance amending the official zoning map of St. Tammany Parish, Louisiana to reclassify a certain parcel located on the north side of Penn Mill Road, west of Covington Benson Airport Covington from its present R1 Rural Residential District and RO Rural Overlay to an S1 Suburban Residential District in Ward 3, District 3. Ms. Kazadabon.
So moved.
Motion by Ms. Kazadabon, second by Mr. Rowling. Is there any discussion? Please vote.
The motion is unanimous with no one absent.
Number 5 is ordinance calendar number 7922, ordinance amending the official zoning map of St. Tammany Parish, Louisiana to reclassify a certain parcel located on the south side of East Jackson Street and east of 25th Street, Lacombe, from its present S1 Suburban Residential District to an S1 Suburban Residential District and Manufactured Housing Overlay in Ward 7, District 7. Motion by Mr. Corbin, second by Mr. Laughlin. Any discussion? Please vote.
The motion is unanimous with no one absent.
Number 6 is ordinance calendar number 7923, ordinance amending the official zoning map of St. Tammany Parish, Louisiana to reclassify a certain parcel located on the east side of Dahlia Street, north of Progress Street, being 72494 Dahlia Street, Covington, from its present S1 Suburban Residential District to an S1 Suburban Residential District and Manufactured Housing Overlay, Ward 10, District 6. Ms. Tanner.
I'll make the motion.
Motion, Ms. Tanner, second by Ms. Kazadabon. Any discussion? Please vote.
The motion is unanimous with no one absent.
Number 7 is ordinance calendar number 7924, ordinance amending the official zoning map of St. Tammany Parish, Louisiana to reclassify a certain parcel located on the west side of Louisiana Highway 25, south of Lake Ramsey Road, Covington, from its present R1 Rural Residential District, Large Lot Residential District, and RO Rural Overlay to an HC2 Highway Commercial District in Ward 3, District 3. Ms. Kazadabon.
So moved.
Motion, Ms. Kazadabon, second by Ms. Seiden. Any discussion? Please vote.
The motion is unanimous with no one absent.
Number 8 is ordinance calendar number 7925, ordinance amending the official zoning map of St. Tammany Parish, Louisiana to reclassify a certain parcel located east of Stafford Road, across from Alfred Road, Covington, from its present R1 Rural Residential District and RO Rural Overlay to an L1 Large Lot Residential District and RO Rural Overlay in Ward 3, District 2. Mr. Rowling. Motion, Mr. Rowling, second by Ms. Kazadabon. Is there any discussion? Please vote.
Motion is unanimous with no one absent.
Number 9 is ordinance calendar number 7926, ordinance amending the official zoning map of St. Tammany Parish, Louisiana to reclassify a certain parcel located on the west side of Louisiana Highway 25, north of Gotti Road, Covington, from its present R1 Rural Residential District and RO Rural Overlay to an L1 Large Lot Residential District and RO Rural Overlay in Ward 3, District 3. Ms. Kazadabon.
So moved.
Motion, Ms. Kazadabon. Second, Ms. Seiden. Is there any discussion? Please vote.
Motion is unanimous with no one absent.
Number 10 is ordinance calendar number 7927, ordinance to amend the 2025 operating budget, amendment number 12. Ms. Tanner?
I'll make the motion.
Motion, Ms. Tanner, second by Mr. Smith. Any discussion? Please vote.
The motion is unanimous with no one absent.
Number 11 is ordinance calendar number 7928, ordinance to amend the 2025 operating budget, amendment number 13. Ms. Tanner?
I'll make the motion.
Motion, Ms. Tanner, second by Ms. Seiden. Is there any discussion? Please vote.
The motion is unanimous with no one absent.
Number 12 is ordinance calendar number 7929, ordinance to amend the 2025 grants budget, amendment number 7. Ms. Tanner?
I'll make the motion.
Motion, second by Mr. Rowling. Is there any discussion? Please vote.
Vote. The
Tighten
motion
up,
is
Katrina.
unanimous with no one absent.
Number 13 is ordinance calendar number 7930, ordinance to amend the 2025 grants budget, amendment number 8. Ms. Tanner?
I'll make the motion.
Motion, Ms. Tanner, second by Mr. Smith. Any discussion? Please vote.
Motion is unanimous with no one absent.
Number 14 is ordinance calendar number 7931, ordinance to amend the 2025 capital improvement budget and capital assets, amendment number 19, coastal restoration capital projects. Ms. Tanner.
I'll make the motion.
Motion by Ms. Tanner, second by Mr. Smith. Is there any discussion? Please vote.
The motion is unanimous with no one absent.
Number 15 is ordinance calendar number 7932, ordinance to amend the 2025 capital improvements budget and capital assets, amendment number 20, utilities and capital projects. Ms. Tanner?
I'll make the motion.
Motion, second by Mr. Rowling. Is there any discussion? Please vote. Is that 15?
Motion is unanimous with no one absent.
Number 16, ordinance calendar number 7933, ordinance authorizing the Parish of St. Tammany through the office of the Parish President to acquire State Route LA 1129 Ali Road from the State of Louisiana Department of Transportation and Development. Ms. Tanner.
I make the motion.
Motion by Ms. Tanner, second by Mr. Rowling. Is there any discussion? Please vote.
The motion is unanimous with no one absent.
Number 17 is ordinance calendar number 7934, ordinance authorizing the Parish of St. Tammany through the office of the Parish President to acquire certain parcels, rights-of-way, and/or servitudes for drainage improvements along Rapitel Street, Ward 7, District 7.
Mr. Bender has his
Mr. Bender?
Mr. Chairman, if you would allow this, I voted yea on item 16, and that is my correct vote, okay?
Yes, sir.
Would you allow me to ask the administration a question that I
I'll allow you to do anything you like.
Okay. So I saw this happen recently in the city of Slidell on Robert Boulevard, okay, which is a state highway. Can the administration tell me and the council what are the benefits of taking a state road away from the state and into our maintenance inventory?
Would you like, Ms. Tanner would like, Mr. Bender, Ms. Tanner would like to answer that question.
Can I answer that?
Oh, certainly.
Joe, this was an agreement Richard made with the state when he was on the council. What they did, the state wanted us to take that road, and so Richard made kind of a deal with the state if they would come in and bring it, blacktop it, and bring it up to standards. And also look at Swamp Road, which goes from 40 to Washington Parish, and bring it up to standards, although it is our parish road, then we would take in 1129.
Okay, thank you, Ms. Tanner. And let me say, I appreciate that explanation. And again, I wanted to vote yay, and I voted yay. But for future votes on doing this with a state highway coming over into our road maintenance system, tell me and the council, what are the advantages of us taking on more roads from the state?
So when you, Daniel Hill, Director of Engineering, when you take over a road as part of the road transfer program, the state essentially gives you a credit that they would have applied to maintenance of that roadway for a 10-year period, and can apply that credit towards moving along projects on state roads within St. Tammany Parish. So, you know, the state's current situation is, I believe they can fund, what is it, 7 out of every 100 project requests that they have right now. It's a ridiculous number that they can't fund. So if you say the parish wanted a project to move forward at a quicker pace, I'll give you Covington as a perfect example. So Covington did the road transfer. They transferred Columbia Street in Covington, and what we call it, the peanut about that's in Covington was constructed utilizing that credit.
I remember seeing it. It is like a peanut.
It's not quite a circle.
So there's a trade-off. So this one, when it was transferred to the parish, the credit was applied towards paving Isabel Swamp Road and getting Isabel Swamp Road paved. So it is, I guess you'd say, a trade. Now, do I want to take a road that has 5 bridges on it and put the parish in responsibility of maintaining 5 bridges? That would not be a good deal in the parish's end. You get what I'm saying? But if it's just asphalt that's going to require future asphalt maintenance, pulling it out of the system, the state system, and into ours might be a good thing.
Okay, I have a follow-up question. So let's just use my district, okay? Any particular road, that's the state's road right now, okay? And then I've got a bunch of other roads like we all do that are parish roads, okay? So the state wants us to take over that particular state road. And their offer is a credit for use up to 10 years. Okay. We go in and repair the state road in my district, and it costs $250,000. What is the credit that we're going to get for the next 10 years to use on any road we want?
So the state has a formula for it. I'm not going to be able to quote you the exact numbers on it, but I can get you the information on what they use. It runs off of a formula for maintenance costs.
I just have one concern with this, and that is, over time, the state could give up almost all of their state roads.
That's actually their priority. So they intend to reduce the number of mileage in the state system.
You know, I got to tell you this, okay? I happen to be a councilman who believes that this state is flush with money. Because I know a state right next to us, Mississippi, okay? And I know people who've moved from St. Tammany Parish to Picayune, Carrier, some very nice subdivisions in those areas, okay? And when I asked, well, what's the benefit? And by the way, this wasn't against St. Tammany Parish. They may have moved from Tangipahoa Parish, some of them, etc. Well, we pay 7% sales tax. That should bring in less money than we're getting with the state, okay? We don't have brake tags. Well, they're giving up a lot of money there. Well, where do you go to get your license plate? Any building that's owned by the state. And I could go on and on and on. I'm not saying that we're not a better state than Mississippi, but over the years, all of us have read, unfortunately, a list of what some organization, you know, Reader's Digest, some organization lists the best states in the United States. And inevitably, some kind of way, Louisiana and Mississippi are sitting right next to each other on that list. So I just believe that we get a lot of state revenue, okay? For them to have to make a priority of giving up their state roads causes me concern. I'm supporting this. I absolutely am. And I'll support future ones if it's in the best interest of the parish. But I think, Mr. President, President Cooper, I think we should have our person who represents us at the state, you know, legislature and with the governor. I think we ought to look into why is there no money to keep up state roads? Because that sounds like it's the reason why parishes are willing to take it. Cities are willing to take it.
Thank you, Mr. Bender, for bringing that up. It has to be a mutual agreement to do so. The state is not looking to give up all of their roads. They've identified state highways, small spurs like the Highway 41 spur, small spurs of highways or state highways that are not used to get across the state or across the parish. It's small sections that may at one time have been a major state highway, but is no longer and almost meets the criteria of a parish road, such as Highway 1129. This section ties into parish roads. It's the end of a state highway. Mm-hmm. So it's not utilized as a major state highway anymore. So those are identified, and through mutual agreement of the municipality and the state, or the parish and the state, it's determined if it's feasible to do so. So they're not pushing it down our throats saying, we want you to take this over, we want you to take it. It's a mutual agreement. And we wish the state had more income for, to maintain their state roads and build new roads, bridges, and highways. One thing you didn't mention that Mississippi has that Louisiana doesn't have is they probably have higher gas taxes, gasoline taxes on their roadways.
Oh, Mr. Chairman, I have a son who lives in Carrier.
Yes.
I buy my gasoline when we go there at 20 cents a gallon less than in St. Tammany Parish or anywhere else in Louisiana.
Okay, you might have me on that one, but there is something on the Gulf Coast that they have that Louisiana does, that St. Tammany Parish does not have, and many parts of Louisiana does not have.
But the state has it, up in Shreveport.
Yeah, but again...
Okay, I'll let it go.
Sure, but that may be dedicated to certain improvements there, where our revenue here goes to education and other means. So, great point. We want more revenue for parish infrastructure. We want more revenue for state infrastructure. I'm on your side.
Okay, well, good. Thank you very much for answering my question.
And just as a final thing on it, the state program has had so many requests to transfer roads in it, and they have limited budget to do that with. So even if you had one of the roads that would be an ideal candidate for a road transfer with them, you're 8 years out before ever seeing a project happen now, because so many things are in the queue. So it's not like I can trade a road today and have a project executed tomorrow kind of thing. It's long ways away.
Hold on, Dave. Mr. Phillips has a question. Mr. Phillips?
Just for example, would Highway 59, that ends up in Abita, doesn't it? Would something like that be, I mean...
We don't want that problem.
We don't want that problem.
Here we go.
Actually, Asbury was a state highway, and that became a parish road.
Yes.
That connects 22-190 to the service road at 190. So Asbury was taken in, they improved it, and it was now a parish road.
And it's same with 1085 Bootlegger Roadway. Was once a state roadway, now it's a parish roadway.
Thank you, Daniel. Thank you, President Cooper. Thank you very much, Mr. Bender, for bringing that to our attention.
I could say one thing.
Why not? Press your button.
I know I'm messing up you. Keep in mind, too, that they did Swamp Road in my district, which goes from 40 to Washington Parish, and they spent a lot of engineering money and design on that because, as you know, it's go by boat cheddar, and that was a hefty price that I don't feel like that we could have done at any, maybe 5 years down the line. So I think we got a good deal for doing this.
Thank you very much, Ms. Tanner. Okay, I just read number 17. Mr. Corbett had moved on it. We have a second by Mr. Burke. Any discussion? Please vote.
The motion is unanimous with no one absent.
Number 18 is ordinance calendar number 7935, ordinance to declare multiple tax adjudicated properties as surplus property and authorize the parish to proceed with the process for the advertising and sale of such adjudicated properties. Motion by Mr. Corbin, second by Mr. Laughlin. Any discussion? Please vote.
The motion is unanimous with no one absent.
Number 19 is ordinance calendar number 7936, ordinance to extend for 6 months the moratorium on the receipt of submissions by the Parish Planning and Zoning Commission for the re-subdivision or rezoning of certain property and or the issuance of certain permits by the Parish Department of Planning and Development for the construction or placement of certain building structures on property in the area bounded by South Military Road, Gauze Boulevard, East Amber Street, Lake Village Road Boulevard, Crossgates Boulevard, Highway 1090, East Portage River Road, West Pearl River, Doubloon Branch, Yorktown Drive, Starling Drive, Eagle Drive, and Old River Road in Ward 8, District 9. Mr. Kugel? Motion, Mr. Kugel, second, Mr. Burke. Is there any discussion? Please vote.
The motion is unanimous with no one absent.
Number 20 is ordinance calendar number 7938, ordinance to amend the St. Tammany Parish Code of Ordinances Part 1, Code of Ordinances Chapter 2, Administration, Article 3, Parish Council, Section 2-74, agenda to require amendments to ordinances to adequately identify the subject matter. Mr. Kugel.
So moved.
Motion, Mr. Kugel, second by Mr. Phillips. Any discussion? Please vote.
The motion is unanimous with no one absent.
Number 21 is ordinance calendar number 7939, ordinance to amend the St. Tammany Parish Code of Ordinances, Part 1, Code of Ordinances, Chapter 2, Administration, Article 3, Parish Council, Section 2-71, Salaries, and Section 2.79, Council Personnel, to make changes relative thereto. We know this needs to be worked on more. Can I get a motion to postpone? Motion to postpone for 1 month, second by Mr. Laughlin or Ms. O'Brien. Any discussion? Please vote.
Vote.
I already voted,
Thank
Katrina.
you. The motion is unanimous with no one absent.
Bented Dewey, ordinance calendar number 7940, ordinance to amend the St. Tammany Parish Code of Ordinances, Part 1, Code of Ordinances, Chapter 28, Ordinances and Miscellaneous Provisions, Article 3, Waterways, Section 28-121, Operations, Special Speed Limits, Definitions, to remove a dead slow speed limit on portions of the Chifuncta River, Ward 8, District 4. Ms. Seiden?
I'd like to make a motion.
I'm sure you'd like to second that, Mr. Smith. Any discussion? Please vote. He wants a high-speed
The
zone.
motion is unanimous with no one absent.
Number 23 is ordinance calendar number 7941. Ordinance to authorize the execution of a Fifth Amendment of the existing ambulance service agreement pursuant to Louisiana Revised Statute 33-479-1.1 between St. Tammany Parish Government and Acadian Ambulance for the provision of an emergency and non-emergency ambulance service within specific service areas of St. Tammany Parish. Ms. Tanner.
I make the motion.
Motion by Ms. Tanner, second by Mr. Laughlin. Is there any discussion? Well, please vote. Okay.
That motion is unanimous with no one absent.
Discussion and other matters. We have a motion to refer to the Zoning Commission for the rezoning and/or reclassification of West Abita subdivision and Abita Nursery subdivision from its current suburban residential S1 to an S1 manufactured housing overlay in Districts 2. Mr. Rowling, Ms. Tanner? We have one speaker, I'm sorry. Before we, let's get it on the floor. Ms. Tanner?
I make the
Motion, second, Mr. Rowling. Mr. Hernandez, please state your name for the record. You have 3 minutes, and please proceed.
Thank you. Colo Hernandez. I'm here to speak about the fees that are about to be waived here by this action. Fees that I believe that the parish could utilize for various purposes. The fees that are about to be waived are, in fact, and this is per acre for these two subdivisions, are $750 per acre. And we're talking about a number of acres here. So keep that in mind when you adopt this. And I would hope that in the future that we eliminate the waiver of fees that are vitally necessary to make improvements in St. Tammany Parish. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mr. Hernandez. Mr. Rowling.
Yes, Mr. Chair. I'm going to get Mr. Liner up here in a minute, but let me just address something really quick. The reason why this is even on this agenda today is because this area, which is part of District 2 and also Ms. Tanner's district, since I've been on the council for a year and a half now, we've had multiple rezonings for this S1 with manufactured housing. So after looking at it and talking to the Planning and Zoning Department about maybe the strategy on this, it's really in the best interest of the subdivision because it's pretty mixed as it is. We looked at the plot on that. It's a lot of extreme work for Planning and Zoning to go through these rezonings. It's cost. I know we had a question about fees, and I think Mr. Liner is going to address that, but this is in the best interest for the subdivision and the parish at the same time. Mr. Liner?
Ross Liner, Director of Planning and Development. So very similar to what we did last month with Councilman Kuhl's district. We've done in the past in several other districts. In fact, we're looking at one in Mr. Bender's district right now. There are targeted areas that are working between the administration and the council to look at the zoning and make sure it's appropriate so we can address the needs of the community right now. This is not something that a developer's coming to the parish to ask for a rezoning for development. This is internal, so there are no fees to be assessed because we're trying to do what's best for the particular area of this council district. So I just want to put that on the record again.
Thank you very much, Mr. Liner. We have Mr. Bender.
Yeah, Mr. Liner. Question. You mentioned my name.
Yes, sir.
You're looking at Mr. Bender's district.
Yes, sir.
What are you looking at?
Pontchartrain.
What?
Pontchartrain. Pontchartrain on the west side. When it's not zoned for single-family use.
Oh, no. I'm taking what you're saying as a mobile home overlay.
Oh, no. Just in general, what we're doing.
I got it. Thank you very much. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Bender. I don't see any more lights. Mr. Corbin.
Yeah, I'd like to make a motion to recess the Board of Review.
Oh, this isn't, we don't have to action on this?
No, we convened it at the beginning of the meeting.
No, but this issue, we don't have to vote on this?
Did y'all vote?
No, we haven't. One second, Mr. Corbin. But I like the eagerness and the enthusiasm. Okay, so we have a motion, Ms. Tanner, second, Mr. Rowling. Seeing no more discussion, please vote.
The motion is unanimous with no one absent.
Mr. Corbin.
I would like to make a motion to recess the Board of Review.
Motion, Mr. Corrigan, second by Mr. Laughlin. To vote, please vote. Y'all want to talk about anything else? Are you sure?
The motion is
positive?
unanimous with no one absent.
Thank you. Good night.
Good job. Good job.
Yeah, that's what I like.
Appreciate it. Thank you, Mr.